That's what you do, bro. Come on. Come on. Please.
The landscape of sports engagement in America has been significantly altered by the widespread legalization and accessibility of sports gambling, particularly through online platforms.
You know, so once you start making like 5-10 grand a weekend, and then you put $1,000 on a game, you're like, ooh. And then you're like, well, that was exciting. Well, but what about 2,500?
Yeah.
You know, and then you lose a couple. Now you're down 5, and you're only making 5 this weekend. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, what am I doing?
This shift has led to a notable increase in sports wagering among young Americans aged 18 to 25. Recent studies paint a concerning picture, with the 2023 NCAA survey revealing that 67% of college students have engaged in sports betting, and a similar Opinion X diagnostic survey finding that 58% of all 18 to 22-year-olds have participated. The convenience of mobile betting applications, which accounted for 80% of all sports bets in 2023, has been a major driver of this trend. This documentary aims to explore the prevalence, accessibility, and consequences of this growing phenomenon among young people, highlighting their unique vulnerabilities due to factors like impulsivity and ongoing brain development. Multiple surveys confirm the widespread nature of sports gambling among young adults. The 2023 NCAA survey indicated that 58% of 18 to 22-year-olds have bet on sports in the past year, with this figure rising to 67% for on-campus college students. While many young bettors place wagers under $50, a significant portion engages in betting with some regularity, with 27.2% of 18 to 22-year-olds betting a few times a month. Of particular concern is the frequency, with some surveys indicating that a notable percentage of young adults bet weekly or even daily, highlighting the potential for habitual behavior and increased financial risk. The high rates of youth sports gambling are closely tied to the accessibility and aggressive marketing of online betting platforms. A staggering 91% of gamblers have betting apps on their smartphones, and over 30% of 18 to 34-year-olds have online sportsbook accounts.
When you're betting on your favorite players, it helps to think like your favorite player. Looking good, young Chuck.
This ease of access is a significant predictor of gambling problems in young adults. Despite age restrictions, avenues exist for underage individuals to participate. The constant availability of online betting, including live in-play options, further encouraging impulsive wagering. Moreover, young adults are heavily exposed to digital gambling advertising, which has been shown to increase betting intentions. Sports betting companies employ saturation advertising, inducements, and influencer partnerships to normalize gambling and make it appear as an integral part of sports fandom, effectively targeting this vulnerable demographic. The increasing engagement in sports gambling among young adults is accompanied by significant psychological and social consequences. Problem gambling rates are at least as high among sports bettors compared to the general population, with online sports gamblers showing an even higher rates of gambling disorder. Alarmingly, 10% of young men in the US display behaviors indicating a gambling problem, significantly exceeding the general population rate. This issue is linked to higher scores on measures of depression, anxiety, stress, and poor overall well-being. Furthermore, sports gambling can negatively impact academic performance and strain interpersonal relationships, leading to isolation and a breakdown of trust. The addictive nature of gambling, triggering the brain's reward system, exacerbates these risks.
Oh my! Oh, I have it.
Wait, you have it?
It's only.
Wait, how much did you bet? Like,
I took it.
The data presented underscores a critical issue: the normalization and widespread adoption of sports gambling among young Americans, fueled by online accessibility and pervasive marketing. This trend carries significant risks, including elevated rates of gambling addiction, detrimental impacts on mental health and academic performance, and damages to social relationships. It is imperative for young people, their families, and educators to understand these potential consequences. There are resources available, like the National Public Gambling Helpline and others, such as the NCPG, for those struggling. Promoting responsible gambling habits and fostering awareness of the inherent risks are essential to mitigating the potential harm of this growing epidemic.